Good Friday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. Welcome once again to the fun, boys and girls. And I, of course, am your master of ceremonies. Perhaps you might even say your dungeon master of ceremonies, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud, and clear on a Friday night. How are you? How the heck are you, guys? We made it through another week, and I'm as happy as could be. Um, so I'm glad that you guys are all here. I'm glad that we're all ready to have some fun, and it's gonna be a good time, guys. It's gonna be a good time. So listen, if this is your first time stopping by, if this is the first time that you've cruised through this neighborhood and you're like, what do you mean you're gonna play Gamma World and then we're just supposed to sit here and watch it? Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there and ask you a favor. Would you do me a favor? Would you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications, and you can find out exactly what it is we get up to on a week to week, day to day, night to night basis here on the channel. That'll inform you about our shorts, our interstitial newsy kind of videos, our live streams, our hobby discussions, all that fun sort of stuff can be yours for the price of subscribe and bell icon. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. So tonight, we're playing Gamma World tonight. And yes, I do have an awesome crew of players waiting in the wings, ready to go, by which I mean they're waiting with Paul McCartney. No, that's not true at all. They are going to be out here in just a minute, and we're going to be playing some Gamma World. Let me tell you a little bit about our Let's Plays that we do here on the channel, our live plays, our actual plays. Guys, we actually play the tabletop role-playing games that we say we're going to play. There's no namby-pambying about. Both Namby and Pamby are not anywhere in this studio. We live and die by the dice. I may want to slaughter the lot of the characters, and the dice just aren't with me that night. They may want to rise to victory, and the dice just aren't with them. There's no table reads. There's no script writing sessions. There's no story arcs. There's no plot. There's an adventure, and the adventure certainly has a plot and an arc to it. But there's nothing that we've preordained must or will happen on a given evening except for having fun. So you may walk in here and be like, yeah, all these characters, I really like them. They're super cool. And then 5 minutes later, everybody's having to roll up another one because, particularly in Gamma World, things can get lethal really quick. And the dice, they may tell a story that neither me or the player characters or you out there in audience land were expecting. That's how we do it, and that's the way it should be done. Now, the other and equally important fact about what we do and how we do it is this, and it is that if you're out there watching, if you have a question, if you're wondering how it is we do what we do and why it is we do what we do and so on and etc., here do me a favor. I ask you as a personal favor. I want you to ask a question. I want you to ask those questions in the live stream chat, guys. I want you to ask those questions in the live stream chat. I don't want you to feel shy about it. I don't want you to think, oh man, I wish I knew X, but I certainly can't talk to them. They're the talent. No, guys. We're here gaming and we're here having a good time. And if this is the kind of, if you're like, I want to try some of that first edition Gamma World, but I don't know what this particular situation is, why he's doing it that way, ask the question. And if I don't answer it, someone in the game might answer it. And if they don't answer it, someone else in the live stream audience might answer it. Because, guys, let me tell you something. I have the best looking and the smartest audience of any of the 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live stream shows that runs here on YouTube. And I'll kill on that hill. I will absolutely do it. I challenge you to find me a better looking and smarter audience. You can't. Save your energy for something more productive, because you can't. Let's see. Yes, I believe that is the case, Michael. I think that is true, but we should probably talk a little bit about what Michael's talking about, because we have a sponsor tonight, guys. That's right. I got to earn some bread. Okay. I got to get that grip. Dollar bills, y'all. We are sponsored tonight. We are sponsored by who? Why, it's by me, by yours truly. That's right. Because right now, available for your immediate pleasure and use is the CROM, the Character Record Organization Manager, for your classic TTRPG characters. That's right, folks. That's right. If you, let's say you're in a time crunch. Oh my gosh, the convention game starts in 30 minutes. I need 8 characters that fast. I forgot to do that. CROM. Let's say you're playing with a particularly zero defect, highly dynamic dungeon master that leaves you needing to quickly make up a new character to get back into the action. CROM. Let's say you're trying to populate an entire town or village, or make an NPC adversary for your player characters to go up against. CROM. This little jewel, folks, it does it all. Just to take a quick look at this. Let's load up a character here, and I will show it off. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, we have character generation at the touch of a button. This is one we just cooked up, but this has all of the essentials you need for classic TTRPG character generation. It'll generate strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. We can add age. We can level up. We can drain levels. We can add money. We can buy equipment. You see what I'm getting at here? If you are a first edition fan, you need CROM. And where do you get CROM? You can reach out to me via my email address right there. And for $25, you will receive the download link for CROM. And that guarantees any future bug fixes, upgrades, anything that rolls down the pike with CROM. But I think you're going to find it's pretty darn feature complete. So if you need a first edition AD&D character created lickety split, CROM is your resource. All right. So with that said, the ad spot is over. Let's go ahead and talk about some Gamma World. I'm actually doing okay here. I got that. I got the preamble ramble tonight in under 10 minutes. So we are returning to flight now after a hiatus, after the guac, after our rest after that, and we have got an adventure kicking off in a town in the wastelands, or I should say continuing. Tonight's session kicks off. The adventure continues in a town in the wasteland. So without further ado, let me welcome my merry band of misfits, fellow adventurers and tabletop nerds. First up, we have a guy. This chat has a channel here on YouTube that is absolutely worth your time. a fair few of the folks do. So you're going to be hearing that from me a lot. But he talks movies, books, physics, business, and occasionally role-playing games. And he has some pretty interesting guests on from time to time. Everybody, please welcome the one and only Timothy Imholt, and you can find him at Timothy Imholt here on YouTube as Arlen Vox. Tim, how the heck are you?
I am well. I hope everybody else is doing great this Friday. You made it through the week. You shouldn't have any complaints.
Yes, indeed. Everybody's looking for the weekend. And so next up, we have the man behind the mask, the dude in power armor. You might know him from around the internet as Doom Swords, which is where you can find him over on YouTube, where he dispenses wisdom like no other. He also, as well as Tim, plays with us in our Tuesday night first edition AD&D game. Everybody, please welcome a Doom Sword as Techno Dooms. How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Nothing but the rent, my friend. Nothing but the rent. All right. So, what can I say about the next person stepping up to the table other than, once again, a YouTube personality? He is here on YouTube. He talks to comic creators, artists, creators of all stripe. He is 1/3 of the Nerd Council of Doom and an all-around swell guy. Everybody, please welcome Yang Yan Zhao as Gary. Good
evening.
How are you, Yang?
Doing fine.
Excellent. We'll see if we can't do something about that. All righty. And next up, we have, of course, she's the gadabout TTRPG social media. Everybody, please put your hands together for the live chat's mom. Really, actually, this is Kennick as Foxen, and don't worry, I will not suffer the furry to live. I mean, welcome, Kennick. Good to see you.
Hey, peeps. I know, Bill. I know. It's fun.
And let's see. Last and not least, the guy. He is the Harry to the Sultans of Swing, that is our merry little band here. He also games with us on Tuesday, but he wears a slightly different hat here on Friday. Everybody, please welcome Kevin as Wonderbar.
Hello.
Good to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's Friday and I'm not working, so
it's Friday and you're not working.
That's two thumbs up already.
That you know what, dude? You are starting out in the black in the ledger. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a W. That is
absolutely.
And I am going to now. I did not figure out how to move the show comments element around, so I'm gonna turn it off so it's not paving over Kennick and Kevin. All right, so last session, you guys had all arrived at the settlement of Rudy. You were accompanied for a little while by a scrap trader who was a garrulous and nice enough fellow, and you found yourself there in the town. I will say that a fortnight has passed. You have not. It's been quiet. Any trading you wanted to do, I believe we did last week. So go ahead and, however you're spending your accommodations, knock off a few Domar for that. And yes, it is a bright and sunny day in the wasteland there in the town, or in the settlement, I should say, the trading post of Rudy, when you are all kind of enjoying each other's company, talking about what you'll do, where you'll go. Will you head back to the Albuquerque starport, or what exactly? When there is a bit of a commotion at the eastern gate to the settlement, There's a broken down, barely functioning. You're not sure. Actually, Dooms, give me a D20 roll, please. And I make sure our die roller is working too. So
Alrighty.
let's see. Ah, there it is. Okay. So an 18, yeah. With your mechanical affinity, you recognize this as a gas turbine vehicle. It's one of the ancient ones. It's kind of polyglot because hey, it's been 175 years, right? But it comes screeching into the middle of the square. Normally the vehicles pull off into parking areas near either gate, but this one actually blasts forward, and the gull wing door flies open, and there is a human, and sitting kind of uncomfortably because they are tall and four-armed and two-headed, there is an Orlan slumped over in the vehicle that you can see. The human staggers out of the vehicle. She's clutching at her shoulder, and she's laughing madly and kind of pirouetting and staring at the sky. And then she falls to the ground, unmoving. So there's town guards are coming over. There's other trade folk moving in. Are you guys doing anything? Do you guys react to this?
Yeah, Gary's going to go over there and see what he can acquire for the group.
Okay, all right. So Gary's going to try and loot the turbine car, or are you gonna loot bodies?
Does the turbine car itself seem like it would be functional?
You don't know. You would have to climb in and fiddle with the controls.
Done.
Okay, so you're pushing your way past everyone, stepping over her body, getting into the canopy. Gotcha.
Find
Okay.
his keepers.
All right. Let's see. So we'll just go down the line. Tim, how's Arlen Vox reacting to this?
I'm going to keep a lookout for the city guards, and if they get too close, I'll see how things are progressing and then alert him if necessary.
Okay. There are already people who had run over here like, hey, is that guy supposed to be doing that? You're seeing like empty containers, like crushed tin cans and stuff like that flying out of the car as Gary is rooting around inside. All right. So how about Techno? Let me guess. He's standing there looking or no, wait, you're not in your powered armor. So what is Techno doing?
You almost got it.
I almost got it.
Problem, not a me problem. I shall watch from a distance.
Okay. All right. Well, how about Foxen?
She's gonna hang out with Techno back there.
All right.
Watching.
And Kevin, how about Wonderbar?
Well, since we're starting shit, I'm going to try top cover, and I'm going to approach the woman and say, "Hey, you look hurt. Don't look behind you."
Her pupils are dilated, her eyes are glazed over, and you see a little tiny spot, just small. It's very tiny, but it's soaked through her white tunic of blood on her shoulder. She was gripping it there.
Okay, she's not responding to me. She's just continuing to move.
She's moving a little bit less, but like her face is pulling into a rictus of a smile. There are some town guards who are running up at this point. So do you want to do anything with her?
Well, I don't want her to touch me because that would piss me off. But I mean, do I recognize this at all? Is she loopy, or is this an injury that she's having trouble coping with, or is
Uh,
it just something I haven't experienced before?
I mean, it could be some kind of venomous bite or something.
Okay, I'm not playing bananas here. Yeah, I'll ask her how I can help her. Staying outside of like arm's reach so she doesn't touch me.
All right, so you're talking to her.
I'll call the
Techno,
guards over too.
Okay.
This lady needs help, I think. I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So there's actually a guy in a blue smock. He's running out with the guards to. Let's see. Give me a 2d6 roll there, Gary.
2d6.
2d6. 8. And what is Gary's charisma?
11.
11, not bad. Okay. And I forget, is Gary pure strain human?
No, Gary is a mutant.
Okay. But not an obvious mutant, like he doesn't have a cone
No.
fin on his head or anything.
No.
Okay. All right.
He is freaky strong and odoriferous though.
Okay. So he kind of reeks. Let's see.
But it's Gamma World, everyone reeks.
Well, I mean, you go to some larger settlement, it's not quite that bad. All right, so let's see here. So you rolled your charisma's 11. You rolled an 8. Let's treat this as a reaction. An 8. Okay. Yeah, one of the guards is well, also I need to check charisma. Okay, no reaction adjustment for an 11 charisma. Yeah, the guard is like, you don't know these people, do you? I don't think you should be doing that.
It ain't about knowing them. There's robots in these hills. How do you know this turbine car don't turn into a robot? You got to open your mind and see the possibilities. As he's, trying to hotwire the thing.
Okay. All right. So those of you who see the woman, the fellow in the blue smock comes over and he's kind of looking over. You're close enough to her wonder bar. She looks up at you and says, she just kind of babbles incoherently and laughs and then cries and kind of claws at her face with blunt fingernails, so she's not really doing any damage. But the fellow that's come over there, the fellow in the blue smock, he reaches into a pouch on his belt and gets out a glass bottle with a kind of a thick brown syrup. And he looks at you and says, you hold her still. What do you do?
He's pointing at me?
Yeah, he looks right up at you because you're standing the closest. The guards right now are shaking down Gary, and
I'm gonna put my gloves on, and I guess I'll try to hold her.
All right. He pulls the stopper out of the bottle and proceeds to pour it down her throat. And you can see like he's torn her tunic open and has clearly seen the sting or the bite or whatever. And he's pouring that down her throat. She starts to convulse. Her eyes roll back and she's kind of jittering, but she's breathing a little bit more normally now. So Gary, you are immediately trying to activate this thing, right?
Hell yeah, why not?
Okay. It has taken some blows and some shot, like there is a hole about 300 centimeters in diameter punched right through the windscreen right in front of the Orlan, who, by the way, is not moving, is just lying there slack. So go ahead and give me a, let's see. Since you are attempting to steal.
Well, I'm not taking it out of here just yet. I'm just getting it working.
No, I understand. Well, I mean, it was working a minute ago, but yeah, you don't know, you're not immediately familiar with this kind of vehicle. So let's see.
I think he has a permit.
You think he has? Okay, give me a D10 roll.
And I will point out that I have heightened intelligence, which gives me -2 to these rolls.
Alrighty, roll it. A 4. Okay, yeah, you flip down the main ignition panel. Give me another D10 roll. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. We lost Tim.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
So that's a 0.
Yes. Okay, yeah. You flip the primary fuel injectors. You hear kind of a rumbling coming from somewhere in the deep within the guts of the vehicle, and he's back. All right. Give me another D10 roll.
Ooh, 5.
All right. So yeah, so you're not getting anything out of that. Give me a D6 roll, please.
6.
Okay, you got a 6. Okay, you can go ahead and make your next try.
Where? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Ooh, 0.
All right, you hear a thump and kind of a high-pitched whine coming from somewhere deep in the vehicle. And as you do that, you feel a hand like grab your arm and a voice say, all right, that's enough of that. We'll move the vehicle if it needs to be moved.
Well, there's no need to get jumpy. I'm just saying. This is salvage. Clearly the owners are dead.
Whoever owns this vehicle right now, it's not you, and one of the two people in it was not dead.
She's dead to me.
Okay, let's see. Roll 2d6, please.
2d6, you said?
2d6, yeah.
12.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, the guard who's got a hold of you kind of looks over his shoulder and looks back at you and says, I'll let you move this vehicle, but you're not taking it anywhere, and it's not salvage for you. But you've clearly got it started somehow, so you can get it out of the square, get it back over there. It's not yours, though.
All right.
Tim, you were watching for the guards to shake people down. So what is Arlen doing? Because Gary's getting shook down. But then Gary was also jumping in the pilot seat of this vehicle and trying to start it. So
that's a good question. Hey, we're just trying to help. We're not here to hurt anybody. We just saw this vehicle, and it looked like one we lost a while back.
Give me 2d6 roll for Erlen. And what is Erlen's charisma?
My charisma is perfect. No, it's 13.
13. Okay. Man, you guys are on fire with the charisma checks tonight. Let's see. So 13. All right, stranger. Well, actually, no. You guys have been here 2 weeks, and this is not that big of a settlement. This is just a couple hundred people. This is all right, Mr. Vox. All right. We appreciate your help. We do appreciate your help. All right, let's get this vehicle out of here. They brought a litter for this woman, and yeah. So give me another D10 roll for Yang, please.
0.
Damn. Yang's going to be doing a burnout in this thing. I think that was, let's see. These are the tables I wish was in the Game Master screen for Gamma World. All right, so that was 0. Give me one more. You've got it started up. All the displays are working.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Did you ever see THX 1138 when the guy rams the jet car right into the Jersey barrier? No, it's not that bad. Yeah, but it kind of lunges and the turbine stalls a little bit. You can give me another D10 roll if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking more like American Graffiti.
3.
That works. 3. Yeah, it's not. People are now gathered around watching, like taking the Orlan away, and as much that as they are watching you fart around with the vehicle. In your case, literally fart around. How about Foxen? What is she doing at this point? She's just standing near Techno, just kind of watching this unfold.
She's looking around trying to find an exit opposite where the guards are in case she needs to make a quick getaway.
It's like an open square in the middle of town.
Okay.
And there's people standing around being drawn by this. Yang, give me another D10 roll if you want to keep working on this.
I'll get this thing working. 3.
Not this time.
This got to be one of them foreign doohickeys. And he'll try again.
All right. Whatever you're doing, it's doing more of that.
Try that other doohickey on the other side.
Good idea. Come on, baby. Not that
Not
one.
that side, the other side.
No, you got to smack it, man. You got to smack it just right.
Your other left, yeah. It's just sitting there idling, and occasionally, like you flip a couple of switches, and it surges, but it doesn't move, and then you flip them back, and it surges, but it doesn't move.
All right, they'll give it a smack this time.
All right.
There we go. 2.
A 2. Okay. Yeah, it lunges forward, and you think you can drive it now.
All right.
Yeah.
So
they're now pointing at a lot that is similar to where you guys have got your electric lunar buggy transport parked at.
So he will have it in neutral, rev it up as fast as he can go, put it into gear, try to whip it around so he backs in to the spot and stop.
So you basically attempt a bootlegger reverse into the parking spot?
Yes.
Oh, you ever see Tokyo Drift, man? He's going to drift it right.
I'm going to drift it into the parking spot. I tell you what, Yang, give me a D20 roll, please. What is your dex?
11.
11. Okay. Give me a D20 roll. All right, you just get it in there doing that. In fact, there's even a light smattering of applause. Now, those of you who were not over there with Mad Max, Fast and the Furious, you see they brought a gurney out. They brought the gurney out. They put the woman on it. They took her to what you know is the healer. His name is Ward. They took her to his place of business. It's got a big blue cross with a golden like two winged serpents winding around each other. It's a very unusual looking symbol. And the Orlin, they put on another gurney, but they litter, but they cover the Orlin up, and they're a lot slower to act with him. So the guards are asking people, did anyone see what happened? Did it just we opened the gate and then she floored it and drove in? And there's a couple of guards coming over now saying, all right, thank you for parking it. Let's get out of there, sir.
So they're staring directly at Gary then?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of guards have walked over.
Then Gary would like to silently leave a scent so that nobody else wants to rifle through the car on his way out.
All right. So you're Dutch ovening the car, is that it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Creative. I gotta give you credit. That's
Mine.
I'm glad I'm far away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like a saucer-sized hole in the window, so like they're approaching and they're like, "Come on, Hub, come on out of there, sir. Come on out of there."
You gave me pink eye.
Yeah. As you're walking by, one of them says, "I didn't realize Dead Orlin smelled that bad." The other one says, "I didn't realize live mutants smelled that bad." All right. So again, the guards are walking to person to person. Techno, one of the watch walks up to you and say, Outlander Techno, did you see what happened here?
I saw merely the wreck into the gate, and then some commotion. I've just been enjoying the show.
I see. Very well. So yeah, basically they ask people a few questions, and the crowd disperses, and what do you guys want to do now with that information? I mean, you saw someone come out. Techno, you were actually just close enough. You recognized that substance that they gave her. It is what one of your comrades boiled down from a Solbesh carapace. Well, not that exact bottle that he had, but you recognize the color of the liquid that they were giving the woman. So it was some kind of an antitoxin, some kind of an anti-venom. So perhaps she was stung by something. You're not sure, but whatever it was, it got to the Orlin also.
All right.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, I suppose we regroup, right?
Yeah. You're all basically back in the same general area.
So, what did that lady have on her? Wonderbar? What did you get?
Oh, I hopefully not cooties. I don't know what she had on her. She had a very strange look on her face, though. That's quite creepy, and I don't think that she's right. She's kind of messed up.
Give me a D20 roll there, Dooms.
Four.
Yeah, a crazy look, not right in the eye, or a crazy look in the eyes, didn't seem quite right. Was given a dose of antitoxin. This sounds distressingly familiar. Distressingly familiar.
Sure. Oh, it appears they were attacked in the wilderness much as we were.
Hey,
Go ahead, you. Sorry.
you guys don't think that was that robot in disguise we let in with us, do you?
We?
Yeah, he came with us in your
The guy with
fancy doohickey cot.
Yeah,
The
well,
the guy in the blue. Which guy?
I do not remember what he was wearing.
No, I know who we let in, but who do you think? Oh, you think in town they did that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they came from out of town, didn't they?
Maybe they did, but maybe he's been getting in and out.
Oh, yeah, he was kind of shady.
Yeah, no, you guys have seen him around town, and he's chatted y'all up. He's he hasn't been a constant companion or anything, but you've seen him here and again. You think you saw him in the crowd of people who was watching what happened to the car. And as far as where it came from, it did come it must have come in the gate, but then kind of lost control.
So, are the guards still watching the car that he just figured out how to drive accidentally? On purpose?
Well, he parked it per their instructions and shut it down. And yeah, there's actually a couple of town watch standing nearby. They kind of move periodically and kind of so clearly there's something funky going on with the car, but yeah,
Have we done all the trading we're going to do in this town?
That's up to you guys. I think
Today
Yang,
we're done.
Yang, you had some Duralloy pieces you were going to trade, didn't you?
I do have that listed. I think Sam's old armor.
Okay.
Since no one will fit a 1.5 meter bird.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, he'll trade some of that.
Okay. The armor is nobody. Well, I shouldn't say that because it is basically Duralloy at this point. Or wait, did you guys make Duralloy armor for Sam? Because I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so
everybody had it at one point.
Okay, he had the plant fiber Duralloy. So yeah, let's see. That's actually I scrolled past where I wanted to be. So yeah, given its weird size, they offer you 70 Domar, 140 Rudy tokens.
Sorry, is that 70 Domars and 140? Oh.
No, 70 Domar or 140 Rudy tokens. Or he says, if you want something a bit more universal, I'll give you 15 gold for it.
You got anything to trade?
Well, what are you looking for, friend?
Well, I could always use chemical batteries, assuming that's what the laser pistol uses. I kind of forget.
Those hydrogen cells.
Oh, hydrogen cells. That's right.
Yeah.
So they are chemical.
Yeah.
Well,
He does not have any hydrogen cells. Bless you, whoever that was. Bless you again. They have a lot of basic goods, various types of basic goods. They don't have anything artifact level here. You've seen some slug throwers on the hips of town guards and a few people passing through, but as far as for sale, this is your basic stuff that they have.
okay. You got anything special back there? And he'll lean in and he'll say, "I'm looking for some leaf."
Roll 2d6, yeah. You guys got to get cold on this eventually.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, pal. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's not here. Not here. I got some tea. If you meant tea, I got tea leaves.
All right. Well, I will take your 70 domas. But if you get the good stuff, get me a little Zeeth leaf. You know what I mean? I'll be back for
No,
more.
I'm sure I don't. He counts out the stack of Domars to you. All right, so you have gotten that. Let's see. All right, while you guys are conversing about this, the day kind of proceeds forward, and you're actually approached by one of the sergeants of the town guard who says, got a bit of a proposal for you if you'd be interested in hearing it.
I'm never getting married. What's your idea?
Wise man.
Well, sir, the boss of the trading post would like to speak to you, kind folk. It's nothing bad. I can tell you that. Nobody's in trouble. The boss has to speak to you.
So why are we speaking to you?
Because the boss is over at the doc's office.
Right, so we're supposed to go over there rather than have him come to us.
I guess that's look. The boss said, "Can you talk to the Outlanders for me?"
Well, you've done so.
All right. Well, the boss is over at the doc's office.
Well, it depends upon my companions.
Not everybody at once.
Sorry, I was on mute. Let's go find the doc's office and talk to him.
Can you point it out so we don't go in the wrong place?
2-story building, blue painted outside, has that weird, like interlocked cross and the snake thing with the wings.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's the boss. I didn't know that. Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll head over, give that direction. I was going to go over there anyway.
Okay, so as you guys are approaching the doc's office, there's a fellow. He's seems pretty hale. He does not seem like some local petty bureaucrat type. Looks like he could hold his own with the other guards, which, given how out on the fringes Rudy is, that is probably the best. He sees you coming and says, Good, good. I was wondering if I could have a talk with you folks.
Well, you're talking already.
Yes, sir.
And
are
we
here.
went out of our way to come here.
And I do appreciate it. Walking all the way across the Mercado like you did. It's like 20 yards.
Perhaps I have bad knees.
So speak.
Listen, I know you folks aren't really from around here, so I thought maybe this might be something more in your purview. We don't really have a caravan coming through right now, and the folk that live here in Rudy, they tend to want to stay here in Rudy. And I didn't know
Can't
maybe if
imagine
this
why.
good food, clean water, steady trade. But anyway, I'm not here to give you the Chamber of Commerce speech. That poor young lady in there, she and her traveling companion, late last night up in the sand hills, she said they got attacked by rusted metal skeletons that she said they stabbed him with quills on their fingers, that they got stabbed. One of them said that the quills popped down out of the mouth of this metal skeleton and bit her friend, and the other one was stuck too. Her friend, the Orlan, unfortunately didn't survive. But now, I think we've all probably seen our share of pre-cataclysm machines roaming around that have to be put down occasionally. But I've never seen something that so specifically went after people trying to poison them. That young lady in there, he indicates the doctor's office. I think she's a mutant of some kind, which is the only reason she survived. The doc gave her an entire dose of antitoxin, and she only just held on. Now, this is a tenuous place right here, and we don't really have, well, we have enough, I think, to defend the walls. If there's something that's going to be ambushing people as they try to leave, we could find ourselves cut off from Armillo or New Albuquerque or just about any other settlement. And I don't know how long we'd last if we couldn't travel and get trade, as there's really not that many people in town right now. For a reward, would you folks take it on yourselves to go up and see whatever it was that see if you can find out about whatever attacked these poor people?
Why do you not relocate to New Albuquerque? Surely that's what I would do if I found myself in a tenuous position and I had people to protect.
Well, I think that's a valid question. I think that's a valid question there, Mr. Techno.
My
But I'll
friends
tell you
call me
this.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
I was just pointing out that my friends call me No.
No. All right. Well, Mr. No. We're a lifeline to the desert communities that are both south and east of, here and Armillo and New Albuquerque. And yes, it's kind of tenuous from time to time, but mostly when we have a good armed caravan come through, it's trouble free. It just, whatever killed that poor Orlan and injured that poor woman, that's raiders we can deal with. Those that attack caravans and steal their goods, I don't think that's what happened here. Now, you're not under any obligation to do this or even to stay in town. But I'm just saying I could make it worth your while. Say 50 domar apiece.
Well, we certainly couldn't spend it here, for you have nothing of interest. I assume you are content living a simple life.
Well, when we have caravans come through, it's a little less simple than that, sir.
Indeed, but we have not seen items of the ancients. We've not seen charging equipment, batteries, anything of the sort. And you see, we are a fairly technological bunch at this point.
Give me a 2d6 roll there, Dooms. And what is Techno's charisma?
One moment. That would be 13 as well.
13. Okay. All right.
9.
All right. 9, 10. He kind of looks around and says, come over to my office with me.
Very well.
All right. Is everybody going with?
I'll follow.
Sure, if it's an open invitation.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of gestures broadly at the lot of you.
I think that's good, but I'm going to stay kind of upwind from our mutant friend.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, all right, all of you come to my office with me except you stay outside. Is Foxen going? Yeah, by the way, Foxen,
Yeah.
it's really rough being around Gary. I mean, you have
Yeah,
sensitive little.
I'm gonna stay as far away from as I can, but yeah, I'll go.
In fact, you've spent you've spent 4 domars on scented herbs just to rub in a cloth for when you get near Gary. But anyway, so there's a well-appointed building, relatively nicely handmade sign, mayor's office. And he leads you in. This also appears to be adjacent to a small holding area, but it is currently empty. And you recognize a couple of the guards. They nod, and he leads you guys up a flight of stairs. All right. Well, we're capable of defending ourselves here, but I do have a few articles, things that I was actually going to trade for some items that are a little bit more practical to us here with the next caravan that was supposed to come through. But perhaps you can find some use for these. And he reaches into a strong box. You see him working in the lock. He's kind of glancing over his shoulder to you guys. He clicks, and he brings out some items. There is a stubby weapon of some kind. It's got the standard look. It's got a trigger. It has 2 short barrels and a large spade-shaped stock made out of wood or something wood-colored. And he places a tied-up handkerchief of red plastalloy and brass-ended cylinders next to it. He picks up what just looks like a handle off the side of a bucket or something like that, and says, it took me some experimenting, but I actually figured this out. You hold it in front of you, and he pushes a button. There's kind of a crackle, and you can see there's a faint blue-green oval about 1.5 meters tall and maybe 2/3 of a meter wide projected out of the handle. Says, anybody want to give it a tap? He's holding the front of this out so that's facing you. It's kind of I guess convex from your perspective.
Unless that heals me of my wounds, no.
Hmm. Pew. Oh, by the way, you guys have been resting, so give yourselves 14 hit points back if you need them.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay. And he says, now, the doc keeps some of this in his clinic, but I have my own personal supply. And he sets down a glass jar of a reddish brown powder, which you guys recognize as a type of plant leaf that, when dried and turned to powder, will actually heal damage for every dose of it you take. And it looks like there's many doses in this jar. So I will basically, can I buy your mercenary services with these goods?
Oh, you have certainly sweetened the pot. I do not claim to speak for my traveling companions. However, does the offer of gold still stand?
Domar's, and yes.
Very well. Well, it is up to them. I find myself slightly less miserable with your offer than I had been.
Well,
I like things that go kaboom, as long as we get to have things that go kaboom.
he holds aloft the spade gripped 2-barreled implement, and seemingly he breaks it in half, but it just hinges forward.
Oh, I like kaboom. I like that.
And
go big kaboom.
Picks up 2 of the red cylinders in his fist, slaps them home. Click. This will go kaboom, my friend.
Oh, I like that. I think we should
Are we
help
in
him out.
agreement? Will we help him? We could very well
maybe
go to the
maybe I
next
should
largest
have
city.
maybe I should have a small chat with this man. They said they were metal skeletons.
I'm sorry. Are you having you wanted to have a small chat with the mayor?
Well, yeah, the guy that's in charge. Is it?
Oh,
Mayor?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the mayor, basically the trade master of the town.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. I say you. I heard you say that they were attacked by skeletal metal men, right?
That is what she said. Yes.
And they had some kind of stinger in their mouths.
She said that her Orland friend was stuck by its fingers. Said it had like green glass quills on its fingers, and it smashed its fist into the window and
I see.
Stuck her with that. And when she leaped out of the vehicle to attack it with her sidearm, and one jumped from cover, and she said it leaned over and bit her. Its quills or whatever were in its mouth.
So Wonderbar's gonna take one of the finger capsules out of his pack. I have 2 of them that I collected from the killbots or whatever the hell they are. And I'll show. You think it probably looks something like this?
Possibly. I didn't see it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could have been something like that.
So we lost a companion just recently with one of these. Died almost immediately. It's nasty stuff. If you're gonna send us out against this, you guys gave her some kind of antidote to this. I don't know what it is, toxin, venom, chemical agent. Do you have any of that? Is that what you're offering? Because that's probably critical for us for success.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
I'm assuming somebody knows what this is, or they wouldn't be able to antidote it, right? Is this the first time this has happened, or is this a regular event these days?
well, it's the first we've ever seen, but occasionally we have hunters go out or come in from caravans, and they'll bring the corpse of a soul besh. If you boil them down, it produces the syrup, which is really a panacea to all to all uh, who consume it.
So that's that red powder that you were mentioning, or that's something else?
No, the soul besh when boiled produces the syrup. This red powder is from a plant. It's a different
Oh,
substance.
right. I'm not too medically inclined. I just wanted to verify. Do you have any of that we can use just in case? I mean, all it takes is just, let's say, one 1 second of bad luck and you're down and out with this stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised she lived this long, but good for her.
Well, it could be like I said, if it was as fast as acting poison on something as hale and hearty as an Orlin, it may be that she has some kind of gift.
No argument. I just was hoping we can get some of that to help us in our if we're gonna go after these things.
Okay.
They're not easy to kill.
Now, Dooms, you know what he's talking about because I'm sorry, Kanik, your previous character. What was her name?
Lyra.
Lyra. Yeah, Lyra actually rendered down that soul besh. You guys have got, I think you've got like 150 cc's of that unused.
Yeah, we've got it in there.
We've got 10 of them.
Yeah.
Whatever the unit of measure is.
Yeah.
About that red powder, though, what is that? Because I don't have anything on here about that, or we don't have.
Oh no,
anything on
that's
here about that.
That's fine. That is Perth powder. That is the radiation producing plants. If their leaves are powdered, basically, you guys had 60 grams of Perth powder, and every gram of use heals a point of damage.
Yeah, Lyra had made some of that too.
Yeah, Lyra
At
had
one
Perth
point.
powder and Soul Besh antidote, and he's offering you guys essentially 20 more points worth of healing with the Perth powder. As
Right. So
payment.
we already have Perth powder that's not
Yes.
on the sheet.
Yeah,
And that's
Lyra
what,
had made
Perth,
some.
like Perth, Australia powder, or
Yeah,
like some Perth.
Perth, Perth, Perth.
Right.
Well, we actually used
right.
it up though.
Oh, did you
Oh,
guys
okay.
use it up? Okay, I couldn't.
Yeah, we
remember.
did
How
use
about
it up.
that then?
Okay.
All right. So he's offering us 20 hit points of damage and whatever else he had, plus some gold.
Yes.
There was the shotgun, but what was that tube with the green?
Oh, that's basically so it produces some kind of field which he claims will repel damage, but only like in the arc where you're holding it up. Like if you're attacked from over there or from over there, it's not going to work. But you can essentially pivot it to an attacker. Like if you're being attacked from one direction, you can you can try and prevent damage from that direction.
Okay.
And it's completely defensive, no offensive capability.
That is correct.
Well, I suppose it's up to you boys. And dog.
I think we should try it.
I mean, I'll go where you go.
What's the worst that could happen?
Robots.
Indeed. What's the worst that can happen? I suppose we shall see. Fortunately, I will be armored, at least for the time being.
Since everybody else has armor, would it be okay if I take that tube thing?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't care. I can't do anything. I've got like crab claw hands, basically.
All right, who's taking the shotgun?
Oh, I like Kaboom.
Okay. So, Tim, the double barrel shotgun can fire 2 shots per melee round. And then you have to spend the next melee round reloading it. You 1 to 4 pellets hit at long range, 2 to 5 hit at short range. At long range, each pellet does 1 to 4 damage. At short range, each pellet does 2 to 5 damage. And we will as combat comes up, we will deal with that. So you've got that, and you've got 20 shells, and 2 of them are currently loaded.
The bigger the Kaboom is better. Can you let
Yes.
TS presence back in?
So I will send you that in the back room. Hopefully. There you go.
Hey, Kev dropped and he's in the green room.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. There you go.
Had to reload StreamYard to get audio working.
Okay.
Just abruptly stopped. Weird.
All right. So the shield he shows you how to use, and it is very simple. Basically, whatever direction you're pointing that shield at, you are armor class 3, but it also will stop up to 20 points of damage in a round.
Nice.
It has a maximum amount of damage it will take before the battery wears out. He's not 100% sure how much damage it can take before the battery wears down.
The obvious question would be, would it be possible to use something like that in one hand and point it in a direction and then use the other hand to fire a weapon or whatever?
Yes. It is when the shield is on, it is no less wieldy than if you were just holding just a small metal tube in your hand.
Or right, like a sword and a torch, that kind of
Yeah, exactly. All right, he says, well, I'll tell you what. Take the medicine, take the shotgun, take the shield, and I'll pay you when you get back. Because if you don't make it back, there's no point in sending you out there with a bunch of money. You can understand my point of view, I hope.
I do understand your point of view, and you have given us these trinkets. Again, it goes either way for me. It depends upon what my companions say.
I'm in. I'd like to get rid of these things if we can.
Okay. Yeah,
I'd be fine with
Alan
that.
Canny. This gear sounds good for crowd control. Take the shield, Tim. You know you got a riot gun. You got a shield. Get back, you savages.
I've already got a shield, I think, right? So I've got
No, yeah, that's true.
I got a boomstick and a shield and armor. I mean, come on, what else more can you ask for?
Okay. So what do you guys what to do next. You've accepted his deal, 50 domars apiece. You've got this equipment. Go find out whatever's causing this problem.
Well, we need to know which way they came from, if that's possible.
That you'd have to talk to that young lady.
Will you let us talk to her?
Yeah.
Well,
and you can
yes, of
ask her.
course.
You can ask her if she recognizes that syringe thing you had.
Mayor,
Yes.
these robots are awfully dangerous, and we may find ourselves in need of a quick egress. Would you mind if we took the car?
That's not really for me to say. It's not the property of Rudy. You would probably need to talk to the surviving woman about that. And I'm not sure if you know. I'm not sure if you noticed, but one of them robots put its fist right through the transparent steel windscreen.
Well, I don't think it's going to keep me safe, but it might help me get away. But it's for the good of the community.
I appreciate what you're saying. The vehicle doesn't belong to the community. It belongs to a free citizen navigating across the land. Sorry about that. It belongs to a free citizen, and you'll have to take it up with her.
All right. If you don't want us to return, I understand. And Gary will walk out of the room and wait for the rest of the guys.
Alrighty. You can hear the mayor like non-labored breathing now as you depart the room. All right. So yes, I would I'd recommend starting there. And if you could tell the doc or anyone else any information she's willing to share with you as well, that would be helpful.
We'll check in before we head out.
All right. So do you guys go down to the medical clinic and talk to her?
We're open to. Does he have an orderly or somebody that could take us down there so we can just get straight in and out?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, we'll follow them down and we'll get right to it. We've been idling here too long anyway. Be good to get back in action.
Damien asks, are motorcycle helmets valid armor choice in Gamma World? And thank you, Alan Canny, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Yes, I mean, basically a pre-cataclysm motorcycle helmet would effectively be a piece of plasteel armor. I would treat it as part of a set of plastic armor.
I was using a road shield. A road sign as a shield. So
yeah, I mean, a Durasteel road sign and a motorcycle helmet means you're effectively armored in the upper body area. So, all right. So you guys go to see her, and she is devastated. The Orlin that was in the vehicle with her was a good friend. And they were actually heading from all the way from Central Texas to San Francisco. They were making a huge move, hooking up with strong caravans along the way. But this particular leg, they went alone at the Orlin's insistence, and she just shakes her head sadly and says, I should have stood my ground. I should have never let her talk me into leaving without a caravan. This wouldn't have happened. Those metal motherfuckers.
Well, we've had our own run-in, or at least I believe we have with those things, and you can't really hold yourself accountable. We had a friend that passed away in the same way. Wanted to ask you, I have this here, and I'm going to show her the finger with the ampule. Is this what you guys got attacked by those metal men?
She nods. That's
Okay.
it.
We've
That's
been
it.
there.
That's it exactly. She screamed at first, and then she started laughing. She started laughing, and she asked me to give her some of the good food that I had in the car. She said she could smell sweets being made, and I didn't understand what it meant. I got out to shoot that damned thing, and then another one jumped on me, and
No, you're lucky
and
to be alive. I can tell you that.
I swear to Great Hubbard, I could smell it too. The whole way here, I could smell it too.
Yeah, it's not a miserable passing, but it's not something I'd entertain if I could avoid it. So, where about were you when this happened? Do you know which direction, or?
I don't know.
We're hoping to go out there and try to find those things and take care of them.
We were coming down from Armillo. It happened this morning. I don't know how fast or how slow I drove, but I do know we stayed on or close to the ancient roadway, and it happened just as we were crossing through the mountains of the moon. So beyond that, if you've got a paper map, I could show you.
I think we had a map, didn't we? That guy drew. I don't know if it was big enough though. If it was white out. So I'm assuming you came from the east, coming west. That's how you were coming.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I think we have an idea. Because we came from that way when we encountered ours. We just weren't that far back. You guys were quite a way east from where we were. But yeah, I think I have an idea.
Okay. Yeah, so she asks if there's anything else that she can that she can help you with, because she really wants to find out what happened.
Well, kind of want to, I'm reluctant to ask, but you came in a car, and we want to try to get this taken care of right away, because we don't want anybody else killed by these dastardly jackasses. Is it possible we could borrow your car to get out there? Or is that just asking too much?
Roll 2d6, please. Let's get a reaction roll.
All right.
Now, any of you guys at the table that want to role play or engage. Okay. She is very reluctant. She's like, it was our dream. It was our dream to get to San Frisco. I
have a 15 charisma, so it's got a +2 reaction adjustment, if that
plus
matters.
2, so that becomes a 6.
Or 7, yeah.
A 7. Okay, yeah. So she's I'd love to take her ashes to the Great Pack Sea. That was our hope, you know.
Well, it's your car. I mean, I'm not telling you got to do it. If you aren't comfortable with it, I totally understand. I was just hoping that we can try to help eliminate this problem as quickly as possible. I'm guessing, you know, if you're coming from Amarillo, it's quite a distance, right? Day or two. Uh, but yeah, I don't want you to. I don't make you uncomfortable. You already been through quite an ordeal, just like we did previously. So, uh, it's totally fine with me if you're reluctant, and I understand.
You've always been a man of words. Perhaps you should help him out.
She takes a deep breath and says, if you'll destroy those machines and show me that you destroyed them, and you can bring the vehicle back, you can borrow it.
Well, like I showed you here a minute ago, I got 2 of these fingers myself. Those are 2 different robots we destroyed already. We're pretty committed to finding those things and destroy them. They've caused us great pain as well. So, it's mighty kind of you to lend it to us. If we can return, you will get your vehicle back. If we don't come back, then you know what happened, and I apologize up front that we weren't good enough to finish them off.
All right, she nods. Okay.
Yeah, let's let this lady sleep. She's got some stuff to deal with, and let's get out on the road and work this through.
Okay.
Well, you did well, friend. You secured that which I thought was insecurable.
Just luck, really.
Now,
Maybe
sure.
some good looks.
The turbine vehicle has a cargo space in the back. It looks like their personal belongings were packed it up, but without that stuff in there, it will fit all of you. All of you uncomfortably with the power armor in it.
Well, we're going to have to bring our trailer. So,
Okay.
If we need to fabricate some sort of hitch system or something like that.
Not really. It's kind of a these trailer hitches are actually, you can find them scattered in ruins everywhere across the wastelands. They were made by some tribe called the Uahul, but you're not sure who. No one is really sure. Sometimes they're used as weapons. Sometimes you find homes made by the Uahul tribe, but they're also used to connect vehicles together. So you have a Uahul bar.
All right.
You can attach to your
awesome.
trailer.
Can I eat the Uahul bar?
Probably not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying to eat the Uahul bar.
It sounded tasty.
Yeah, it's a universal piece of hardware, but I wouldn't recommend trying to eat the. Does anybody else in the party wish to try and eat the Uahul bar?
No.
That's a sure sign of being a robot.
Not a chance. I'm not eating that.
All right, so you saddle up and head out in that direction whenever you guys are ready. But before you do, your friend Corbin waves you down. You see him, and he's done some trading, and he sees you preparing. The town guards are securing the woman's and her friend's belongings, and Corbin comes up and is like, you folks buy this vehicle, or you leaving already? Wait, this is the one that ran into town. Yeah, there's the hole in the windscreen. What's going on, friends?
We're on a mission from God. No. We're hunting robots, and the owner gave us permission to use their vehicle because they're very anti-robot.
Oh, well, I can definitely understand. Where are you hunting these robots at? I mean, I like to collect Duraloy and, trade it. You can maybe use an extra set of hands.
For what? For what do you offer? Last time we saw you, we were on our way to safety. This time we see you, we are on our way into danger. You seem to be a man who seeks safety. So why would you now seek danger?
Well, with respect, Mister No, it's Duraloy and salvage that I'm after. But if you're worried, well, he opens his coat and he's got a large caliber slug thrower there. I spent some of my ill-gotten gains from trading the Duraloy. I'm not completely unarmed,
Hey, Bill, I gotta drop. I gotta go pick my son up. His car broke down on the way to work. So.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Yeah,
hopefully,
it's okay.
he won't get
he's not
picked
in
off
danger.
by killbots. So.
Yeah. So, apologize, guys. I'll be back next week.
All right. Yes.
Be safe.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care. Take care. And he'll be strangely silent for the rest of the adventure.
You mean he leads our way into combat every time for the rest of the adventure?
Yeah.
What
Wonder Bar will be even more
Yeah,
stoic.
He'll go in first every time.
Yes.
There are crickets in the background, and as soon as you were like, he'd be silent, because Jorge mentioned hearing crickets. I don't know where the crickets are coming from, but there they go.
Okay, I'm actually sitting right next to my tarantula's cage, and she eats crickets, and there's a couple of them floating around inside there that have survived a day or two.
Yeah, I love cricket sound.
They will not survive terribly much.
I'm sure, but cricket sound gives me peace.
Should have heard the noise my kids made when I walked in the room and said, "Hey, has anybody seen Blueberry?" Which is the spider's name.
So yes, he offers to accompany you if you'll have him, and he says, "Look, all I want is just let me pick over some of the neater junk we find in an equal way with you guys. That's all I want."
Well, we must come to some sort of accord, must we not? I would be inclined that we have first decision on anything we would like to keep. You can keep what's left over, and whatever you sell from what's left over, you give us a percentage for protection, say 20%. 2 out of every 10 Domars, friend.
I think that's absolutely agreeable. I really and truly do. He sticks his hand out.
Well, it depends on my companions.
Oh, I see.
Particularly Gary, Guy, Gas over there.
I got a policy. I will agree to you coming with us, but you gotta let me try to lift you up first.
Lift me,
yeah,
like by the scruff of my neck, but
no, I'm gonna stick my hands here, and he does kind of like knife hands, like out in front of him, like where his armpits are.
Okay.
And he says, "How do you stick these under your arms, and I'll lift you up? I can always tell the character of a man."
Okay, the game master is confused by this. You are perplexing me. So go ahead. What is your strength?
I think Gary's a robot.
Beep boop, y'all. Beep boop.
He's got keep my boomstick pointed at Gary.
He's got 14 physical strength, but he has heightened strength as one of his abilities.
All right.
So basically, Gary is trying to figure out if this guy is a robot in disguise. So he wants to see how heavy he is.
Yeah, this guy's like 65 kilos. He is, if he's a robot, he's made from like carbon fiber and titanium foam. He is
we
not.
don't- we don't
Aluminum
speak-
model.
We don't speak communist units here. We're going to have to get that in.
Unfortunately, Gamma World is not written in freedom units. It is written in the communist measurement system.
Okay.
Yeah, shame on Jim Ward.
Gary, I'll give him a harder than needs to be slap in the shoulder.
Oh.
You're all right with me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How about it, Foxwoman? You want scourges on the ears to confirm?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
That's sexual harassment, mister.
Yeah, no, it's not. Trust me. All right, so just trying to figure out how you understand it if you're not a red. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I mean he's got a lightweight travel bag that he's got slung already. He's got that hog leg in a holster under his duster coat there, and I guess you guys can head out. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think Gary's obviously driving. He's got this thing figured out. I like to hang out on the cart as it is, with the power armor off, but nearby. I don't mind the ride, and I've got radiated eyes toward anything in the back that seems like actually anything in the back that doesn't come up and worship me. I radiate eyes it, and then the rest of them.
All right.
So Dooms, technically you could sit in the armor while it's on the trailer.
Yeah, but it's immovable. I have to raise the front piece, and then I have to basically sit there and activate it, and I just find it to be a little uncomfortable.
Alrighty. So yeah, before we go out, Gary just wants to check out and see what's in the car.
Nothing. The town guard, under permission / direction of the woman, have removed the personal belongings from inside the vehicle.
Good. More room for our stuff.
Can I just interject something? This is not game related at all. I just want to pop this up on the screen. This has to do with a longtime channel member, regular guy who I quite liked a bit. And I've been worried sick about him for months because I knew that he was in hospital for a situation. Thank you, Wave. God bless you for letting us all know that. Jimmy, if you're out there, get your ass back to watching live streams, please. All right, so you guys, you saddle up and you head out, and you're trying to navigate on the road. There are places of it that are completely broken. This ancient turbine vehicle on a stretch of flat ancient road could probably easily move at 1,000 milligrams per metric. I don't speak this up. No, it could probably easily get up to like 140 or 150 kph, even with the load and the trailer. As it is, you guys are having to carefully pick your way along. So going is kind of slow, but in the overall, it's not terrible.
It's real bumpy though, and all that crap.
There are stretches a few kilometers long where honestly, aside from the crunch of gravel occasionally, you couldn't tell it from the way it was in the pre-cataclysm times. And then there are places where it's just like, well, everybody hang on, we're getting off road, and you kind of get thrashed around a little bit.
Yeah, well, at some point there, I would get in the power armor because
Okay.
I'm sure that's way more uncomfortable than not being in it. I'll keep the visor up, and
Okay. Hey, Robert Phillips, I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for the super. You're helping keep the lights on, man. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super, Robert. That is great. That is super chat from Robert Phillips there. Do appreciate it. Delvars, yes. you can donate Delvars to the show. All right. So as you're cruising along, it is towards the end of the second day, and there is a great drop off. Now, Tim, you probably know what I'm talking about. You know when you get in like central western Texas, there's just a place where the land just seems to like drop 300 meters, and it's like that for hundreds of kilometers in each direction, like this endless ridge line.
Nothing out there.
Yeah. That is kind of the place that you guys are coming to. You can see the haze is a different color in that direction, and it is in the evening. It is in the early evening. From the scrub brush and gnarled mutated pines, something is moving. Something is slowly starting to thrash around in the undergrowth. Tim, what is Arlen doing?
Don't we have a mutant that has a good sense of smell? Can we see if we smell anything from over there?
I have a very good sense of hearing, and I do
Okay,
have
good
a
sense of
decent
hearing.
smell.
Let's see if we can figure out what's over there without actually going and poking the bear.
Okay. Doom Sword, Techno can tell your trailer and turbine car are slowing to a stop as you have something in a wooded thicket near the edge of the road. Of course, it's all dry scrub because it's in the desert, but there you go. What is Techno doing? You closing the hood and powering up?
Yeah, for sure. And that's off to apologies. That's off to my right side.
Your
facing
left
back.
side, sir.
Left side.
It's on your left, so
Right.
it's to the north.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right, so Arlen is relying on Foxen. Gary, what is Gary doing?
So we're still driving at this time, right?
It is night. Moving at anything more than a snail's pace is kind of a non-starter because you might drop 4 meters into a crater, or just right off the edge of the road, what have you. So you're going, but you're going slowly.
And just to reconfirm, so this is more like a sports car as opposed to like an off-roading vehicle, right?
This is more like a compact sports SUV.
Oh, okay.
that looks like it would pretend to go off-road, but it's not. it's not gonna.
Gary, he's not going to slow down.
Okay.
But he's going to try to keep it as far away from whatever this thing is as is possible without destroying the car.
Okay. Corbin has been kind of dozing, and he hears a little bit hubbub. He's like, "What? Do it." He's reaching into his coat. What's going on?
There's something out there.
I think you should
Something
go
out
check
there.
it out.
There ain't no man. Okay. All right. He pulls his gun out, flips the cylinder out, clicks it back in place, draws the hammer back, and is kind of looking around suspiciously. Give me an initiative roll, Yang, since you're driving.
All righty. Oh, come on. Oh, no, wait, that's me. Yes.
Yeah. You guys actually won initiative. All right. So you're weaving through. Give me a D20 roll, please. What is your dex?
I think it is 11.
11. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. You navigate a couple of large chuck holes that are, obviously they were probably a washout of water that stood here for maybe 50 or 60 years before it dried up, got cut off, whatever. So the road is rusted through, but you managed to thread the needle and keep going. Now, Dooms, you're the only one kind of looking at this as you guys go by. Apparently, but poking its head up out of the brush, the scrub brush, you see the dragon-like countenance of a Yexel. It raises up one of its webbed wing hand things and just waves, and you can pick it up over your suit's audio sensors. Well, hey, y'all. Bye.
Gary will pull over and stop if it's a Yexel.
Well, Gary's concentrated on not driving off the road right now.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So my plan is to go ahead and fire a micro missile at it, and then slap on the car to get Gary to stop.
You're shooting it. Okay. All right. Give me a D20 roll to hit, please. Then.
Coming up. I lost my browser tab.
That's okay.
There it goes. All right, come on. Maybe miss. Maybe that's the best outcome.
A 17. Okay. Let me see. So armor. Nope. That is going to hit. Roll your damage.
Man, I always have these up in this tab. Hang on.
That's okay. By the way, for those of you who don't know, a Yexel is a flying creature of indeterminate origin with a wingspan of 8 meters and 3 meters tall. It's slow-witted but friendly, and it ambles about the ground on 2 long, hairy legs, but is magnificent sight in the air with its beautiful orange fur-lined wings outstretched. At the end of each wing is a well-shaped hand. Atop its long neck rests a lion-like head with large eyes and large mandibles.
Yes, and for those who don't know, Techno has never seen a Yexel, and a Yexel has never seen a micro missile. 27.
27. Okay, let's see.
And I did slap the car for them to stop.
Okay. Alrighty, give me just a half a tick here, Dooms.
Yes, sir. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Okay, yeah, you injure this thing quite badly. It goes tumbling back and looks up. Its eyes brimming with tears, and it's like, "Hey, that hurt a lot."
And back to BOGO jorts you go.
Well, God dang it! If that's how it's gonna be. All right, you guys hear this bellowing from outside the car. Tim, you hear the whoosh of a micro missile, or the pop whoosh of a micro missile launching. What is Arlen Vox doing?
I'm going to prepare my double-barrel shotgun in defense.
All right. Yang, how about you? Gary is stopping. He's stopping the car right now. He's easing to a stop to try and not jackknife it.
And he'll also say, Mr. Yexel, we're sorry. We got some clothes to trade for you.
All right, and what is Foxen doing?
She's going to hunker into the car in a defensive position.
All right. Yeah, so Corbin is like, we're shooting at Yexel now. I'm okay with that. he reaches into another coat pocket and clicks something on top of his pistol that emits a little bit of green light out of one end of a tube. It's like, I've always wanted to try the night scope on this thing. All right, Dooms, it looks as mad as hell. Like, let's see. So go ahead and roll initiative, Dooms.
Oh,
A 1. Okay.
you guys got armor? Force fields, I mean.
All right. Here we go. And that's going to hit. Oh, that is a terrible die roll. But yeah, it kind of looks at you for a second and goes, there's a crackle and a laser beam shoots from its eyes, and you see your shields drop precipitously by 17 points.
Okay, so it has laser eyes.
It does apparently have laser eyes.
Perfect. See, we're building a field guide.
All right. So, Yang, you're yelling, I got something for you, Yexel.
And stopping the car.
And stopping there. Bob Jester, thank you very much for the super. I appreciate it. Bob Jester says, in a world dominated by mutated terrorists, cybernetic nightmares, and cannibal zombies, violence is always the answer. Fire in the hole. Okay.
Absolutely. Kill them all. Let Zotac or whatever sort them out.
All right. So that was what are you doing back at it, Dooms? Everybody, those who are getting out of the car are getting out of the car.
Yeah, I mean, really. So he's closer, right? But he's not like in my face or anything.
No, he is. He's about 20 meters away.
I'll. Can you explode a grenade off a guy, or does this have a timer where I can? Is that possible, or does it?
Are we talking automatic? Are we talking automatic grenade launcher?
An explosive grenade out of the suit.
Oh yeah, you just throw it and it scatters, but
it doesn't have to hit the ground.
No. This is future technology. So
right,
if it hits,
that's what I was wondering. All right, yeah, I'll shoot one of these frag grenades at it.
Thunk. Okay, go ahead. Make your 2-hit roll.
All righty.
If it's launched, it's just going to capital M miss. But if it's thrown, we get scatter. And you got, what is that, a 15? That's just a hit. That's just a hit.
All right. This is my lucky day.
It's not this thing's lucky day.
Right.
We've had such fun encounters with the Yexel in the past, and this just breaks my heart. But whatever.
Sorry. 21.
So wait, you did 21, and what was your last damage?
27.
Yeah. It looks at the massive crater you just blew in the middle of its thorax and goes, I just wanted to say hello. Boom. Falls over dead.
You know what to do, Scrapper Bob.
He's like, boy, do I. You killed the hell out of that thing.
Want to cure up that meat.
All right. Because Yexel taste absolutely horrid. They taste like plastic, which is what they eat. He snaps the scope off his gun and is basically using it as an improvised light scope and yells, hey, I found some interesting stuff over here.
Did you know?
Well, let's check it out. He doesn't need it anymore.
Sam saved a whole bag of clothes from the space station in spacesuits just to trade with Yexels.
FAFO, my friend.
All they did was say hello.
It's like we're in New York or something.
All right.
Yeah. Why
Did-
trade
did-
when you can take?
Dooms gets tired of playing paladins. He wanted to.
It's
All
true.
right. So Bob is picking over this thing, and Bob is pulling up some odds and ends that it was actually carrying in a pouch. By the way, the pouch is like 2 meters by 2 meters by 4 meters. The pouch is huge because it's a big critter. So let's see. Yeah, the first thing Bob kind of pulls up, he's like, it's this rectangular squarish container. You've seen these all over the place. You're not sure why it has this name. It's called jerry can. He cautiously pops the lid and sniffs, and he goes, this is fuel. This is fuel. We can put this in the turbine.
Well, how about that?
Well, that's good.
Sounds perfect.
All right. He picks up another metal container. This one is smaller. This is about 400 millimeters in diameter. It is rusted silver, but in the middle there is a faded yellow and red label on it. It's kind of unusual looking. You see stylized sort of anthropomorphic animal of some kind with big round black ears and kind of a longish nose or a longish snout with a bulbous black nose on the end of it. And the figure is wearing red suspenders and shorts. And you can make out the ancient characters that spell some cryptic words called Walt Disney and then Productions underneath it. You're not sure what that is. But it is in excellent condition other than the little bit of rust and fading. And last but not least, guys, I just got to say, as much as I love AD&D, and I do love AD&D, Gamma World has some of the best random treasure tables.
You know, we could homebrew a way to do that together.
Let's see. There is and finally he holds up a plastic box sealed, or a plastic box that's sealed, and he's like, "You want me to open this?"
Can you
Well,
tell
of
what's in it
course.
first?
He shakes it and goes, "I don't know. Sounds like leaves, maybe."
I suppose he has to open it to see what's in it.
All right. He strips off he sort of pulls at a tab and it unwinds off the top, and he's looking through the scope and he goes, there's 8 packets of what does hallucinogenic mean?
It means it's good to eat.
It means that you should eat them all right now.
I'll take one.
All right. So that he's like, well, I mean, you know, it's you guys get first right of refusal. I'm just looking at this stuff. He puts the packets back in the plastic container and hands them to you, Gary. He hands them to you.
Listen, Gary, feel free to try it and die from the poisonous effect. However, save some. Perhaps it will be a valuable vehicle for trading later.
He's not paying attention. He just opens one of the packets and consumes it.
Okay. Gary, about a half a turn after you do that, things are a lot more chromatic. And your friend, the neon green vibrating snake that hovers just at the edge of your vision, is telling you all kinds of good advice right now.
Good news. I opened my third eye. I can commune with the universe now.
I don't know that I want to know what that means, but okay.
I think, yeah. Corbin
I think you
says,
should be riding shotgun from now on for a while.
Serpenta says I got this.
all right. Well, in the clutches of Serpenter is where we will leave you all now. I want to thank my group for being here tonight. Kevin, so sorry you couldn't ride it out with us, but big shout out, of course, to Doomsword, to Tim M. Holt, to everybody's friend Kennick, Yang Yan Zhao, and oops, wrong thing. Yang Yan Zhao, and so I think I got everybody there. So I appreciate it, everyone. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Thank you very much for the super chats. That always helps. Thank you to Wave and Mutilation, member for 22 months, Bob Jester, and Robert Phillips. Exactly, precisely. Keeping the lights on, guys. And I do appreciate it. Keep your eyes peeled tomorrow. I just might show up on the speakeasy, but I'm not going to promise anything. So we will be here next week. I will be back next Monday. So you guys are just going to have to keep your eyes peeled and wonder and worry if there are any fact hallucinogenic popping owl bears out there in the wasteland. Peace. Good night. God bless. Love you all.